Right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this regularly scheduled Township Board of Supervisors meeting. Our first item on the agenda will be a pledge to the flag. Please join me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we just completed an executive session. Let me turn my mic on more. Thanks. We just completed an executive session prior to this meeting for purposes of a legal discussion. And at this point, I would like to open up the floor to communication from citizens. What I would like to say, there's a lot of people in the room today. I think that there's probably going to be some comment about the York Suburban School, and there are probably some other people in for various other reasons. In an effort to keep this orderly and concise, I'm going to limit comment to 3 minutes. It will be comments, not questions, not cross-examination, not accusations, no name calling. If you are a resident of the township or pay taxes on property in the township, you may come forward and speak with your name and address. If you are not a resident or do not pay taxes in the township, I'm going to ask that you submit any comments that you have to the manager of the township in writing, and they will be disseminated to the board for us to read. With that being said, anyone on Zoom who would like to address the board can click the raise hand button, and anyone in the audience who would like to address the board may raise their hand to be recognized. Is there anyone who?
Point of clarification, Chairman Swolney. Do you want just general public comment on this time, or if there's specific comment as to that agreement, would you like to hold that until that agenda item?
We can do that. If that's what your preference would be, we can do that all at one time. So anybody who is not here to speak about the school issue can come forward and have time with the board directly right now. Is there anyone who would like to address the board? Yes, sir. Name and address, please.
Yeah, my name's Jeffrey Bowers, 1117 North Sherman and 10th Avenue. I just want to address the board about the situation, what's going on between 10th, 11th, and all that traffic. I know they're getting ready to put gas line in on 11th, but people are flying up and down that road. Something needs to be done for somebody gets run over, hurt, or even a child getting killed. And speed bumps definitely need them back in. They swept the roads today, so there's no reason we can't get the speed bumps back in. And 10th Avenue really needs a second speed bump, because after the one, that's when everybody floors it again. And I mean, they fly down that road. I got videos, I got proof. Something actually needs to be done. And it's getting out of hand very far. And I've been putting up with this for many years. I've been coming to board meeting every once in a while, and people's been confronting it. They've been emailing Jack Miller about it and everything, making phone calls. Nothing's get done. I called for a police officer to come out 2 days ago. I haven't seen one yet. I know they can't be that busy.
You'd be surprised.
And I got and
Mark,
where the stop sign is. I know Sherman Street's closed.
Yeah.
And when that opens up, it's going to get worse.
Time to put the speed bumps back out?
Yes, we were waiting till the streets were swept, which was just today.
Okay.
So it's on the schedule to put them back in.
But something needs to be done to get the police out there to get some tickets or put up some signs, no through streets. or something like that. Got to get them slowed down.
We've had a number of discussions about that and some discussions about making it one-way on some roads and what that might do to disrupt the high-speed traffic, but also what it would do to disrupt your neighborhood. So we're carefully weighing this. It is an item on old business that we bring up quite regularly, and we appreciate your comments.
Because I think one-way traffic would actually work. It
We
seems
have
like that
some,
would work.
yeah, we have some drawings of how that might work, so that's something that we're reviewing as well.
Okay, I just thought I'd come up and let you know that the neighborhood's still
Yep.
riled up about it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your input.
Anyone else who would like to address the board? Anyone on Zoom? Since the agenda's late, we'll just move through it. All right, next up is engineering reports. Diana?
Good evening, gentlemen. There are no updates to the report we submitted.
Any
Do you have
questions for
questions?
Diana? Thank you.
Thank you.
John, civil engineering.
I don't have any updates for my written report, so if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those also.
Any questions?
I don't have any.
Thanks, John. Next, we have our consent agenda, and there are only 2 items.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the consent agenda items A and B.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next item is bids, proposals, contracts, and agreements. Are you gonna trade places?
Yes, recuse.
Just point of order, comment, and then.
I'm sorry.
So we have one item under bids, proposals, contracts, and agreements, and that is settlement. It's titled Settlement and Land Development Plan Conditions Agreement, 701 Erland Drive. Discussion with the board. Don?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, oops, I'm echoing.
Yeah, you're not here. You're fine.
Okay. I have some confusion about this agreement, and I'm hesitant to move forward until we've had sufficient opportunity to discuss it with our council. And I don't have a problem with the fundamental concept behind it, but I'm not certain that the way this was drafted will achieve all of the objectives of the township. And therefore, I am going to move that we table action on this agreement until our next public meeting, and suggest that we schedule an executive session with our solicitor so that we can make sure that we have everything ironed out and we really understand the agreement.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do we have further discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right, so moving on, no subdivision or land development. Any communication from supervisors?
Gentlemen, I just wanted to remind you that we are approaching the Pennsylvania State Association of Township Supervisors annual conference. It's coming up here at the early part of May. And as you know, as part of that process, we at PSATs have the opportunity as your delegate to vote on various resolutions that come before the body of all of the township supervisors of the second class throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I have received the set of the resolutions for the 2025 conference and will be happy to share with you. I've asked Dory to have them on the agenda for our next meeting so that we can vote and look through those. I'll get them out to you ahead of time, gentlemen, so you can look at them and review them in advance. Remember, this is, of course, for all of our brothers and sisters in townships of various sizes throughout the Commonwealth, and the resolutions are somewhat particular to some of the challenges that the rural townships may encounter. We're maybe not all as blessed as we are here in Springettsbury Township with the economic vitality that we have, but I encourage you to review those, and we'll have our discussion so that I may be armed to represent Springettsbury at the conference in early May.
Thank you, Charles. Any other communication?
I do have, I would just like to make sure that if possible, before we end this meeting, we can schedule that executive session to discuss the agreement we just tabled. I don't want this to drag on forever and ever, and very interested in making sure that we can move quickly, if not tonight, at least in the next few days, to at least schedule an executive session, which isn't always easy with this group.
Do we have time immediately after this?
I have time.
I can make it work after this.
I know George is not available. Would that be okay, Don?
Sure.
Charlie, are you agreeable to that?
Almost Jeopardy, but that's okay.
All right, Mark, manager's report.
The only thing I have to add to my report is I'm still waiting on a few board members to provide me their availability for holding a public hearing for the comp plan. So if you haven't already, if you can get your availability to me from late May through June, I would appreciate it. That's it.
Any questions for the manager? Ordinances and resolutions. First item, authorization to advertise ordinance to create new chapter 134 in the Code of Ordinances entitled Possession of Marijuana and Possession of Marijuana Paraphernalia.
Mr. Chairman, Solicitor Roush has reviewed the ordinance and it is ready for your authorization to advertise.
Mr. Chairman, I move for authorization to advertise the ordinance to create a new Chapter 134 in the Code of Ordinances entitled Possession of Marijuana and Possession of Marijuana Paraphernalia.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have resolution number 2025-38, authorization to apply for statewide local share assessment grant for police radios in an amount of $293,324.
Mr. Chairman, this is kind of a redo. Earlier or late last fall, we authorized a resolution. The grant administrator contacted us to improve our grant success, hopefully, And in doing so, it altered the price, so now we need an updated resolution, and that is this resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I move for adoption of resolution number 2025-38, authorization to apply for statewide local share assessment grant for police radios in the amount of $293,324.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any old business items that we want to bring forward at this point? Hearing none?
It's first meeting of the month, no report. I get it the next meeting, but
I did
for
skip
checking.
it, but that's because I already knew that. Sorry. With that, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.